Unit 8. Once Upon a Time. Listening 8. Read and...
The Greedy Farmer. Once upon a time, there was a farmer who lived in a small village. He was not very wealthy, but he was very ambitious. He wanted to make more and more money. In the springtime, when it was rainy, he called out, "If it were sunny, I could plant some wheat. I wish it were sunny." The next day, by chance, it became sunny, and the farmer planted some wheat. After a few weeks, he began to get impatient. His crop needed rain now. He called out, "If it were rainy, it would be useful for my wheat." The following day, it rained. Now he thought he could get everything he wanted. The very next day, he called out, "If it rained more, my wheat would grow higher and higher." The following day, it rained again. That summer, he had the biggest and best crop he had ever had. He harvested his wheat and collected it in a big pile. He should have been happy, but he was so greedy he called out, "If it had rained even more, my wheat harvest would have been even bigger." Suddenly, heavy rain began to pour. It rained harder and didn't stop until all of the farmer's wheat washed away with the water.
Brotherly Love. A long, long time ago, two brothers lived in a village. They were both farmers and grew corn. The older brother had many children to feed, so he had very little money. The younger brother also had a big family to look after. Although the brothers were poor, they lived happily. One year there was a drought and the corn did not grow well. The brothers collected their small harvest and stored the grain in their barns. That night, the older brother could not sleep. He was worried about his brother. Would he have enough grain to feed his family? At last, the older brother got out of bed. He went to his barn and filled a bag with grain. Then he went silently to his brother's house and secretly added the grain to his brother's pile. Every night he did the same thing. He took some of his own grain and added it to his brother's store. But after a while, he noticed something strange. His pile of grain never looked smaller in the morning. One night, he decided to find out why. After it had got dark, he hid near his barn and watched. At last, a man approached with his own bag of grain. At first, he did not know who it was. Then he was amazed to see his own brother. Every night, the younger brother had done the same thing, taken grain from his own pile to give to his brother. It was true brotherly love.